Iranian here with another pro tip for anyone who's not from the Middle East. This is it. I'm calling it. This is it. We are in the middle of the Iranian Revolution. After 47 years of Islamic oppression by those terrorist ayatollahs, this is it. Iranians are rising up. Iranians are fighting back. It's full-on civil war in occupied Iran right now. This is the moment that we Iranians have been preparing for the last 47 years since the Islamic Republic occupied our country back in 1979. Iranians are fighting back against Islam. They're fighting back against the Islamic Republic. They're fighting back against Sharia law. It's literally Iran versus Islam. It's absolute chaos in the country right now, but Iranians are fighting back. We are literally witnessing history in the making. What's happening right now in occupied Iran, I'm telling you, this is going to be bigger than the fall of the Berlin Wall. The fight's not over yet. We're literally in the final battle right now. This is the final push. Pray for Iran. Pray for Iranians. We're literally fighting for our existence right now because it's now or never. And now
It's Ramadan, and this is your reminder that Ramadan in Iran is not a spiritual choice. It's enforced by law. In most countries, people fast because they choose to, because they want to fast. In Iran, restaurants are shut down during the day. If you're caught drinking or eating, you can be arrested. Entire establishments can get sealed if they're caught serving food. This applies to everyone, Muslim or not, believer or not, fasting or not. This isn't about faith. Faith requires choice. This is what state control over people's bodies look like. And when a government controls something as basic as when you're allowed to eat, you understand that this issue is a lot bigger than we all think. This is about daily life. This is about power. This is about choice or lack.
Although there is a part of the world that feel that Iranians are being attacked for no reason, but this is what I picked today to demonstrate that even the people of Iran, the real residents of Iran, feel that this leadership has been molesting the people and it has never had the interest of the people at heart through the laws, Sharia laws they brought forth. So I want you to watch a number of Iranians commenting and saying that this is what we needed. Thank you, the United States. Thank you, Trump. You're making Iran great again. So if you're watching us for the first time, kindly subscribe and let us continue what Iranians are saying. Let's watch.
This is the message to President Trump. President Trump, what you see behind me are tens of thousands of Iranian Americans who've been part of the United States for the last 45 years. We've been tax-paying Americans. We have stood behind the United States for the last 45 years. But right now, our brothers and sisters are getting killed back in Iran, and we're asking you and the government to start as fast as possible to go to Iran and save our brothers and sisters. There is no one else out there but you who could get the job done. Time is of the essence. We want you to go back, and we're all screaming back here. We're all screaming for you to go back there and get the job done. It's time to start against the biggest mafia of the world, which is Iranian regime. Please do not wait. God bless America. God bless Iran. Let's make Iran great again.
I am an Iranian, a Persian, and these last few days I have been asked, why are you protesting? What is the problem? This is a full-scale revolution. It is a fight for human rights, for women, life and freedom. I try to explain how the Islamic Republic of Akhunds and Ayatollahs is completely against Iranians and humanity. They have murdered Iranians since their very first day, with tens of thousands of executions. They have criminalized ordinary behaviors such as not wearing a hijab, mixed gender socializing, music, singing, dancing, parties, alcohol, dating, art, and many more. They prosecute you with any accusation they like, especially muharebe, which means fighting with God, to execute you, imprison you, torture you, or even beat you with lashes. You are publicly punished for speech, online posts, clothing, and private beliefs. This regime has drained Iran's resources over 47 years of its reign due to poor management, simple indifference towards life itself, implementing terror and hardship on people to the point that lakes are gone, forests are gone, the sea is full of dead fish due to pollution, and the air is so toxic that we have an ever-increasing number of cancer every now and then. Households don't have electricity or water. You do not choose any part of the government, nothing. It is all set up for you by the people who are in the system. Khamenei is the supreme leader and everyone else is his hand-picked pawns. Power is militarized and insulated from accountability. People are economically isolated on purpose. We do not have access to Amazon, PayPal, Visa or MasterCard or any global company. We ride outdated, low-quality, local, unreliable, though expensive cars. The internet is always slow and controlled, making it frustrating to look for information other than what they provide. You cannot access YouTube, Telegram, Instagram, or any other website unless you illegally have a VPN. This regime of oppression has poisoned people's minds from the early age of 6 with its ideology. They teach you whatever they want you to believe and repeat, not only on TV, but in school and in every book you hold in your hand. As a child, you are forced to wear the clothes they decide for you. A 6-year-old girl goes to school with a magnet on her head and clothes that are 6 times bigger than her, so she becomes used to dressing this way for the rest of her life. With the internet blackout, they have put everyone in the dark so they cannot contact with each other, to not let the movements become organized, to let fear take over. But they do not know that there is no fear in the heart of an Iranian. We want our country back and we fight with our own bare hands.
Good morning to everyone. I just want to come on here really quick and talk about certain things that you guys are seeing on the internet and what is right to believe and what's wrong to believe. I feel like my beliefs are pretty much in the right place because I've experienced it pretty much firsthand in real life regarding what's happening right now in Iran. Now, there are a lot of videos going around about people being sad about the imam dying. There are videos going around about a school being bombed. There is a thing called propaganda. To go about complex matters that affect the whole society, you must be able to think critically. Think critically. If the rule and regulation in an Islamic country is being imposed onto you, and meaning that at a certain point it's not free will. The vibe when I was living there was very much so giving North Korea. You cannot have pets, you cannot have dogs. If you are walking with a dog in the street, they will take the dog and kill it. You cannot show skin as far as even dead hot in the middle of the summer. This much skin can get you pulled into a random white van as you're walking down the street, and they will beat the fuck out of you. You may never see your family again. The rule there is that you can't hold hands, you can't kiss, you can't be gay. If you are found with a boy holding hands, they can ask you if you guys are married, and if you're not, they can marry you on the spot. To live there means that inflation is so high, you gotta make payments on groceries, for milk, for your children. You are not allowed to sing. You are not allowed to dance. You are not allowed to drink. You are not allowed to show any form of happiness, basically. In a land so beautiful and so rich that survived on its own resources without getting help from anywhere in the world for 47 years, and with its people having memories of their grandparents, not too long ago, grandparents who lived happy, normal, free lives. Why was this brought onto us? Was it our choice? It may have been the 20% choice. It wasn't the 80% choice. And you know why? When it first happened, it was backed by America. That regime came to rule over us, backed by America, hoping that they now will acquire oil at a cheaper price. Okay? Now, people making posts about America not getting involved. Unfortunately, there is something called international laws. And America has a big part in it because America is one of the strongest, most bullying countries in the entire world. When there is injustice happening somewhere else in the universe, it is a threat to us all. That's why America should have gotten involved. And it was their fuck up to begin with, supporting the Islamic regime to come by anyways. I'm not happy with who's in the office, but he did what needed to be done. If a school got bombed, I'm not sure how. If they took their time and it took them a month before finding the location of all these officials who don't live anywhere near a school and they got bombed, it is unfortunate. But that's what happens when you're fighting for freedom. Now, we'll say that it's true, and the school definitely got bombed, and God may rest their souls. But before that, 30,000 people died walking in the face of certain death. Something I don't have the... You tell me right now, Sarah, go outside and protest, and there's a gun in your face. I don't think I have the titties for it. I really don't. You have to be under a lot of oppression to ask for outside help to come and kill your leader. It's hard, and they went through it, and 30,000 was only for this protest. Prior to that, a lot of people died in the Woman Life Freedom Walk. A lot of people died in protests prior to that. We're looking at millions now. All because a decision was made 47 years ago against humanity. For its resources, for its gold, for its oil, for its land, for its everything. You may think in your mind like all this over oil, that it is oil, but the land is very valuable. Iran has the only canal that Arabs been beefing over, Persian Gulf or Arab Gulf, which has always been Persian Gulf, because that ocean is the only ocean in the Middle East that has access to the rest of the world. That means you can import and export whatever you want. Aside from that, there is infinite gold. There's 4 seasons. There's mountains, there's valleys, there's forests, there's deserts. That land is very valuable. The history goes way long back. Before the books were burned, there was a man that I've been trying to tell you guys about, Cyrus the Great, who created the very first human rights. Persians were not Arabs. The Persian society, who is 5,000 years old, one of the oldest countries in the world, was ran by something called the Zoroastrianism, and that's why majority of the Persians that you meet have this necklace on. It is a religion that believes in one God, the very first religion in the world that ever believed in one God, and is very simple. Good thoughts, good deeds, good actions, just being a good person. Iran was a culture that was based off of science, philosophy, and love. And none of that is marketed to you because we're the third world people. That's how they want you to see us. And it's absolutely so far from the truth, and the history is so beautiful and not shared. It hurts carrying this information around. And the situation is very complex because till this day, people have their teeth sharp for the land of Persia. I don't know if I'm a Muslim anymore because I was born a Muslim, but I respect anyone who is Muslim, who was born a Muslim, who believes in Allah. Even to this day, when I want to pray, a lot of times I say Bismillah because that's what I was raised on. To think critically means to take everything and filter it through your mind and not just accept everything that you're told. To follow the scripture from a book that was written ages ago, that powerful men have changed to this day, it's just not right. However, if you want to do that, that is okay. If you want to cover up, that is okay. If you want to not have a dog, that's okay. If you don't want to eat bacon, that's okay. But to impose it on the mass population is what's not okay. I respect all Muslims, but I've just grown way far from it. I believe in God. I believe in a person above who loves us. There's a person above who loves us all, who loves you with your mistakes, who does not punish you to an eternity of hell because you made a human mistake. This is why religion should never be mixed with the government, because it takes accountability and blends it with religion, and somehow everything that the government does somehow becomes right. And that's why it is very dangerous for America to only become a Christian country, as some people try to push. It didn't work for the Middle East. It's not going to work for anywhere in the world. It's two different things. Like, people need to go to school and learn how to run a government. I say that all to say to think critically, to not make posts and opinions without asking questions. Pray for the people of Iran after they fought so hard to actually make it to a better tomorrow that they fought. They fought barehandedly for. You guys should be happy for them. I hope everything converts in a good civil way, because the 20% that you're seeing crying and being Muslim and all that shit, those are people who were paid. Those were people who were related to the imams. Those were people who are, some of them are just a little sickish in the mind, because nobody wants to live in oppression. It was America's responsibility, and they went there and they did what they had to do, and we're grateful for it. And let's pray that these people see a better tomorrow, because we live comfortably, and we should want that for the rest of the world too. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
You've heard that. There are a lot that has been happening in Iran. There has been molestations. There has been infringed freedom, infringed rights of the people. The people never walk freely in Iran. More so women. Women have been facing a hell of a place in Iran, whereby they are not given the space to express themselves freely. So when Trump said attack Iran, it was like a relief to the people. Contrary to what other parts of the world are feeling, this is a moment come true for the people of Iran, and they feel that Trump is their savior. He has saved them from a number of deaths that has happened. When Iranians came out to uh, protest some laws that the government, the bad regime imposed on them, 40 people were killed instantly in less than an hour. So it shows you how this government doesn't value the voice of the people. This government has continued to suppress the freedom of Iranians, and it has come a time when unexpectedly the United States has come forth, and this is surprisingly, so this is what they always asked for. This is what they have always wanted the whole world to feel their plight, to feel that they are oppressed, to feel that the suppression is too much on them, that they need a space to breathe, a space where freedom of choice is available, a space where women have a role to play in the society, where women are not treated as lesser beings, where women have equal opportunities just like men, not a situation whereby they are regarded as mere servants of men. So that is part of the Sharia laws that some of the diaspora educated women have been fighting to bring forth in Iran. And going forward, we expect a robust engagement on how Iran is going to be post this regime change, because as Trump promised, he's going to ensure that the people of Iran are free and there's a full regime change. And in fact, the death of Khamenei is one step towards achieving that. So if you're watching us, I want you to share your thought on this. hit our comment section and tell us if you agree with these Iranians on how they feel. Also, remember, subscription. Your subscription is so much important to us because that is how we keep on engaging. I request you to subscribe to this our channel and also like this video for it to get more viewership, and share it. You can share it to a number of people. Thank you, and may God always bless you.